Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of HLwow. Today, I'm going to be playing one of my all-time favorite games, Paper Mario and A Thousand Year Door. As a kid, I loved this game. I could never beat it. Honestly, one time I made it to the Shadow Palace, and that was about as far as I ever made it. I could never beat it. But as an adult, I got really into speedrunning this game. Like, I saw a guy named, I believe his name Almalicious, Almo for short. I saw him speedrun this game at a GDQ in, I don't know, 2014, somewhere around there. And ever since then, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, that game looks awesome. There's so many cool stunts to do. It's just, there's so many cool stuff to do. So I played it, after that I played it casually because I forgot what it was all about. And I wanted to relive some of my childhood. Nostalgia goggles, whatever. And then I started learning how to speedrun it. And for about 2 or 3 months, almost every day, I was speedrunning this game. I streamed it for a little bit, towards the end when I started getting kind of good. But if you're not breaking world records and you're not on the leaderboards, nobody really wants to watch you. Just because they don't want to watch somebody learn. They'd rather watch somebody do really good at it. You know, watch it. It's like watching professional football versus going to high school game. Most people are only there because they know somebody in it. So the only people in my audience were people I kind of already knew. Anyway, you also might be asking yourself, why are you playing this game alone? You don't like this kind of comedy style. I don't either. But the other members were kind of getting on me for not doing any solo play. And also nobody else wanted to play anything tonight. So I've been recording Thousand Year Door. Recording meaning this is about my 4th attempt. The first one was terrible. I made so many mistakes. And the next 2, I lost the audio or I forgot to hit record. So it's been a night. But I think we'll have a lot of fun. I've done this first part of the run so many times by now. I'm decent at it again. Also, when I started, the first time I got back, I found my old notebook of when I used to speedrun it, had my route, which is basically what you do step by step. And I wanted to update it with some of the new glitches that were found. But when I looked up one of the new routes, so much has changed in any percent, I would have had to throw out at least half of my route for a brand new route. Because they go somewhere completely different in a totally different order. So right now I'm literally just going step by step by a route that, hold on, let me get the credits for it. Zephyles, Zorgic, and Almo worked on. So this is not my route. Not that the other one was before, but I definitely customized the last route to have more safer strategies. Maybe get some extra mushrooms here and there, get some extra badges for some money, stuff like that. But this is going to be verbatim their route. So I will leave a link to all 3 of their Twitch channels in the description below, so you can give them a check out. I highly recommend you at least watch either the recorded episode of AGDQ 2014 of Almo playing this game, or you just watch him live. Because he destroys this game, and he puts me to shame. I believe he's either number 1 or 2. Him and Zephyles and Sorgic, they all go back and forth on who actually has the world record. And we're talking by minutes, not even sometimes by seconds. And this is a 4.5 hour speed run. Those guys are good. I will not be doing that good. It'll probably take me 6 hours, meaning this is going to be probably a 12 or 13 part series. So we'll see how it goes. Also, I'm unlike before where we normally record and upload 1 episode a week per person. I'm probably going to upload this a little bit more frequently, simply because I want you guys, if you guys like this, of course. If not, I'll stick to my day. Everybody else will still be uploading on their days. I'll just also be uploading if you guys like it enough. If you guys are interested, because there are a lot of cool tricks I want to show off. And this first episode, after doing it a bunch of times, I know what you're going to see. And there's only one really cool trick that I can show you. The rest is just going through the story, watching a lot of cutscenes. Probably half of this episode is going to be cutscenes and me button mashing. Sorry if you can hear that, by the way. I tried to edit it out. And so it's not too interesting. But stick around for the second episode at least, and then give it an honest opinion if you're even interested, because the second episode is where a bunch of more tricks and some funny cutscenes, because of some glitches, happen. Also, the cutscene going on in the background makes this cutscene wait for them to finish, which is hilarious. Why? Because they just stand there for a good 5 seconds just staring at each other like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. Maybe we should talk about the noose in the middle of our city. Yeah. If you never played this game casually, I would highly recommend playing it on your own. You're not going to see too much of the story in this playthrough, mostly because I'm going to be skipping a lot of it. But playing through it on your own, it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend you do so. So, that's, you know, if you even like it. But the art style is beautiful. It even holds up to this day, in my opinion. The comedy is spot on, you know, for a child game and as an adult, because there's a lot of stuff I just didn't understand as a kid that is really funny. Like when I played this casually a couple years ago, right after I saw the first speedrun, right before I started speedrunning this game, I played it casually so I can get the story again. And it was pretty funny. Honestly, I non-ironically laughed quite a few times for way too long. Also, what just happened there? I'm sorry, I kind of skipped over what was just happening. I was setting up. Eventually, you do have to go to that part of the town. And she dropped her contact lens. And I stepped on it. My bad. So she's basically saying, you can't go into this part of the city until you buy me a new contact lens. What? That's just... Imagine if you accidentally... Oh, goddamn, I hit yes. If you accidentally, I don't know, broke someone's pencil or maybe stepped on their foot and they were like, you know what, from now on, you're not allowed to go to Cleveland because just reasons. I'm just going to stand in front of the only highway into it. That would be hilarious. Okay, no, do not want to buy 5. I need to buy 5 of these, though. I'm just spending all my money because there is a scripted event coming up that will make me lose half of my money from a mugger. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm used to it. I live in Cleveland. I'm used to muggers stealing. Except this game, they only steal half my money. In real life, they steal all of it. So I had to order a contact for the one lady and also needed to buy items. I'll need them throughout the run anyway. Plus, even casually, you should spend all your money before you hit that guy. Because you start with 100 money. And why lose half of it when you can only lose 10? This is Dr. Professor somebody. I don't care what his name is, frankly, I think. He is a creep. And in the next episode, you will see why he is a creep. But for now, he's just giving us backstory about the entire quest. The 1,000-Year Door, the map, what happened to Princess Peach, all that stuff. So, we're just going to cut through this. Very long cutscene. Like I said, the first half of this episode is literally just going to be cutscenes, text spamming, that kind of stuff. The only actual trick that's even coming up is the Hazardous Respawn Glitch, which is going to be in a minute. Which I'll explain it when I get there. It's a very cool trick. It's a little difficult, especially when you first start, because it requires 3 frame-perfect inputs. But you skip probably a 5-minute cutscene if you get it. So it's definitely worth it, even if you fail a couple times. Also, this right here, I have failed this so many times. If you just spam A during this and you hit nope, you have to go through probably a 30-second tutorial on how to hit A. I know how to hit A. I played a game before. I know how to hit A. This is just a scripted fight. Actually gonna challenge you, I guess. Challenge, quote unquote. But we don't like fighting. Fighting's slow. So all I'm gonna do is just use one of those fright masks that I got. Yeah, I know how to fight. Yes, I got it. So, fright mask. And... spooky, scary Bowser! Run away! You only get 1 XP. But it doesn't really matter. you're going to be underleveled through most of this run, or I'm going to be underleveled for most of the run. If you're playing along at home, you're also going to be underleveled for most of the run. So it doesn't really matter. And the route is so spot on that you don't really need to be at the correct level. All the badges you get, all the upgrades you pick at the end of each level, you're gonna be fine. Even if you only get, like, I think there's only maybe 2 health upgrades in the entire run. Also, I always hit that guy or that guy. Mad Skittles, dodge skills. Grab the mushroom because the skip that I'm gonna be attempting soon, you take damage every time you fail it. So because I don't have a memory card, I literally, if I die, it's just game over. It's the end of the run. Not having a memory card probably saves a couple minutes throughout the entire run, but there is always that danger that you could die and you don't have a save file to go back to. So beginners definitely have a memory card, but this isn't really, I don't really want to say that this is a speedrun, because there are 3 factors why this isn't a speedrun. 1, I haven't played this game in so long that the world record, for example, is I think 4:45, 4:30, 5 hours, somewhere around there. My personal best is probably 5:35, I believe it was. So it's almost an hour over world record. And this is probably going to take me an hour over PB. So this is already going to be a 6-hour run. So it's not really going to be a speed run per se. Also, I haven't played this, I haven't run this in about 6 months. Aside from the multiple attempts today, I haven't run this in about 6 months. So I guess I can use that excuse as to why this isn't going to be as fast. But it's probably just because I'm bad. Another reason I'm emulating this game, I don't know if you guys have noticed. Fuck, I hate when I do that. I don't want to learn about this anymore. The frame rate is different. There's definitely some graphical issues that appear when you're emulating because of the art style. Because they chose to do this all in 2D overlaid on a 3D environment, it definitely causes some graphical issues with the emulator. So you can kind of notice that, so you definitely know I'm running an emulator. Also, I'm going to be using save states because, once again, I haven't run this in a while, and if I die, it's game over, and that's the end of the run. That's not fun. So I'm going to use save states to make sure that doesn't happen. Yeah, and also, I'm not going to be doing this in one sitting, which immediately makes it not official speedrun. You have to do it all in one sitting. It has to be on a Wii or a GameCube, and you have to be recording it, I think are the only stipulations. Well, there's also stipulations in the fact that I'm doing any percent. So there's stipulations with that one. Any percent basically means you just want to get to the end credits as fast as possible. All right. Oh shit. I forgot. So this is actually the first major skip of the game. It's called the Hazardous Respawn Glitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save state it. I know, cheating. Sue me. What you do is you walk through this door. And you walk through the door. And at the very first frame you can, you jump. Holding down right to get over here, and right before you land, you hit jump again to do a frame perfect jump. And you'll know it's a frame perfect jump because you'll never see your feet touch the ground. So a couple of those weren't frame perfect, but most of them were. I'm okay at it, so like that's a good string of them. I do a couple of practice ones right before I try this, just to save some time. And you'll see. So I walk in here, holding down right, first frame, jump, jump, and there you go. Perfect. Wow, first try? Oh my god. Oh man, I didn't even need that. Basically what happened there is I down to the right, walked over, and jumped in the water. What happens when you go into the water with an enemy is the game will respawn you, so you're out of the water, back to where you entered the room from. In this example, it was on the far left, which would normally happen if I didn't get it, I would be put back by that door. But because I did a frame perfect jump twice, I bypassed the loading zone and the kind of like the save zone to mark me as entering that door. So I jumped over that, I got out of there, and then I jumped in the water. The game didn't know where to put me, so it just put me at its default location, which is 0, 0 on the XY coordinates on the map. So that would be right here. Also, it's so confused it didn't even load the shark sprite, which is hilarious to me. But that saves about 5 minutes. Normally what you do when you enter this room is you have to fight a blooper boss, and that takes a while. You have to watch the 1,000-Year Door cutscene, which takes a very long time, and you also have to talk to Professor Grumpy Face, frankly, a lot. And that's all together, like I said, about 5 minutes. So you come over here. When you kill the blooper, this a bunch of platforms spawn, so you can get over here, and also the pipe spawns. But you might be saying there's no pipe, Tyler. Well, actually there is. It's invisible. That's the only actual skip you're gonna really be seeing in this episode. I'm gonna keep going until I enter Hooktail's castle. That's usually about the 30-minute mark for me. Probably gonna be 25 because I got it on the first try. And a side effect of that glitch also is that Professor Frankly is still following me. He should have stopped following me when I went to the 1,000-Year Door, but I skipped that, so he's still there, which makes it pretty hilarious during cutscenes when he's just kind of standing in the middle. You'll see probably in the next episode some really funny moments with him. But in the meantime, he's just kind of following me as an extra follower. He doesn't do much, just kind of gets in the way. But that's okay. Alright. So I don't want to grab that. That's a fire flower. I'll actually need that on the way back. And skip you. Oh, no. I accidentally jumped on him. Wow, that was bad. Well, it's actually faster for me just to kill him now. That sucks. That means that my entire XP is going to be completely off, which is not good. I needed to get... what I was trying to do is I was trying to hit this to get the close call badge, but I accidentally jumped on him. I should probably grab that coin for safety, just in case I need to heal up before a boss or something, because everything's so precisely timed that you level up right before or right after a boss. That way you go into every important difficult fight at full health. But I just fucked it up. Woo. Another side effect of having it on the emulator is that this cutscene takes a lot longer than it does on console. But as I said, I don't have a recording for my Wii to actually record this, and for safety reasons I like having save states because I want to play this game through the end for you guys, so I wouldn't be able to do that. It would make this run a lot longer if I had to actually manually save and reload every time I died or messed up. So to save time, tactics, run. Once again, you want to be avoiding as many fights as possible, so you just don't want to get hit in the first place. What is this? Fire flower? Wow. I accidentally got the fire flower again. I did this in the last run. Now that I accidentally got the fire flower, I need to buy a fire flower on my way out. So I really need to avoid fights. If you get into a fight and you're trying to avoid all the fights because you don't want to mess up your XP pool, you lose money when you run away from the fights that you accidentally get into. So for most of this run, because I'm not really accustomed to... What the hell happened there? Because I'm not really accustomed to it yet, I'm going to be accidentally hitting a lot of enemies. I mean, I'm going to be running away a lot. So I'm going to be at about 0 money for probably half the run, up until I start shopping for badges. So to make up for that, I'm going to pick up some extra badges that aren't in the route, just for safety. So that way, if I'm too low on money, I can sell an extra badge that I don't need. So he just kind of walked through the wall there. They don't expect him to be following you in this area, so he's not programmed to avoid any buildings or invisible walls. And you're really not supposed to have 2 followers at any given point. So he's just kind of there all the time. But that's just a side effect. And it's pretty good too. So here, once again, there's a couple fights I need to avoid. Not too hard. Just got to make sure I don't get hit by him, because he's screwed me up quite a bit sometimes. Grab the POW block. I'm actually full on items, so the reason why I got this mushroom was to heal up, because I thought I would be doing the Hazardous Respawn Glitch a lot more. And every time you fail the Hazardous Respawn Glitch, you lose a life. Damn it. So, I'm not going to have enough money. Every time you fail, you lose a heart, and I just got the mushroom so that I could try it at least 5 more times. But, of course, I'd get it on the first try if I got a safety. The reason why I had to use that mushroom there, even though I had 9 health, was simply because my inventory was full. I had too many items. It's very specific how many items you should have at any given time, especially this early on. So by having 1 extra item, the mushroom, I don't have the slot for the key item, which was the POW block. So I just used it. I didn't really need it, but I also didn't want to drop it for no reason. So just trying to avoid as many fights as possible and hope nobody hits me. Alright, I'm good. There's still one more area I need to get away from people. Down in the sewers. But as long as I don't get hit, I should be fine. So once again, POW block, easy kill. Not really sure. This is actually the intended way to go, because they have about 3 defense, meaning that at this level, without, you know, any of the item upgrades or badges, you can't kill them naturally. So they're kind of programmed to have that quick kill with the POW block. Not really sure why. Maybe just to show you how good items are. I don't really know. But so I'll grab that question mark on the way out. I think it's just a mushroom, so I might not grab it, but I want to check. This is one of the reasons why. Not specifically this encounter or this minigame, but this is one of the reasons why I love Paper Mario. It's an RPG, it's a JRPG actually, that doesn't take itself too seriously at all. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to hit B. It doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, what kind of RPG has a little quiz section in it? And that's what I love about this game. And that's what I feel like the newer, modern Paper Mario games are lacking. Is any of this... I don't really want to say, like, humor or comedy, but it is. But it just wants to be something that it's not. It wants to be a mix of Mario with turn-based fighting. And that's not what Paper Mario is. That's what, like, Final Fantasy is. So, I mean, the Mario and Luigi games, they kind of took over that spot where they kind of... They kind of took over the spot where they were a serious RPG that had funny characters and an okay story. And I think that's great, but they'll never really capture what made Paper Mario great. It's a mix of all those things and a whole lot more. I'm so sad that the modern Paper Marios are like the way they are. Honestly, they just don't... They're just not what they used to be, and I know that's nostalgia talking, just because, 1, I have so much experience with this game, and 2, I played this game when I was a kid, which is the #1 indicator you have nostalgia goggles. But playing like Sticker Star and even the newer one, Color Splash, they just don't capture what a Paper Mario should be. It has all the elements of a Paper Mario, but something is missing. It just doesn't have the soul of a Paper Mario game, in my opinion. This sewer area is probably one of the hardest areas to avoid enemies if you get bad RNG, because it's random where they actually spawn in the level. So quite a few times, the first couple times that I actually ran this game, I would get hit by every single one of these guys. Like right there. They just jump right at you and you have almost no time to react. So, sorry. Which, no, now I don't have enough money to buy a fire flower. Yeah, like I said, the items that you have at any given time are very strict. And because I accidentally picked up the fire flower too early, or opened the block that had the fire flower too early, meaning I can't go back and pick it up like I'm supposed to when I have an open inventory slot after fighting all these guys, I need to buy one. But because I ran away from that last fight, I lost 4 gold, and I need 8 to buy a fire flower. Which means I'm going to have to kill something, which means my XP is going to be off again. More, I should say. Alright, this guy is actually pretty easy. Essentially, yeah, all you got to do is just jump on him a bunch and super guard one of his attacks. And if you can get all that, then you're good. This fight's pretty hard casually, simply because the thing that he spawns hits you so many times. At this level, it could almost one-shot you if you haven't leveled up. These guys, they do about 5 damage if all of them hit you. Hopefully, I'll be able to dodge most of them. Oh, they're going after Goombella for once? Nice. I don't really care about her health because she almost never gets hit anyway. Yeah, alright, so I got the perfect cycle. As long as I hit these 2 jumps. But I didn't. Why'd I have to say something? Maybe he has 1 less health? I don't remember. I think it's actually precise. It is. So because I messed that up, I had to do a whole nother cycle, which loses probably about 10 seconds. Not too bad. I got the second super guard, meaning I ended it sooner than I normally would, but it still wasted some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this real quick. Multi-bounce. I don't believe we actually use that in the run. I think it's just for extra money at the end. But as long as how much money do I actually have? 6. I need 8. So I'm going to have to fight one of these things. Come here. Come on. Alright. That sucks. I missed the quick attack. What I want to do is I want to make sure this guy is on a shell, meaning he can't attack. If you've played this game casually, you pretty much know all the enemies in and out. They don't really have a very good diversity of enemies. Especially in the beginning part. But as I said, you normally don't fight this many enemies in for example, a world record run. You would not be fighting any of these enemies simply because it takes a lot of time. I've probably lost, if this were an actual speed run, I probably would have lost about a minute just in extra fights. And I leveled up early, which really sucks because now I got to look forward. Okay, so yeah, that really sucks. That means I'm ahead by about 20 XP, which is not good. He only gave me 1 coin. I think this coin gives me a coin. Yeah. Alright, this is... Oh, no, I'm out. Oh, well. Don't know what was in there. Probably a mushroom. Money? No. I don't need money. I already have 8. Alright, you're going to hit the wall. Alright, dodge you. It's very important you get good at dodging enemies on the overworld, or I guess not overworld, but just dodging enemies in general, because if you get into a fight, you're either going to lose money, which will set off what you need in the mid game when you have to buy a bunch of badges, or you'll get unnecessary experience, like I do. Yay, me. So like I said, I'm just going to buy the fire flower because I accidentally opened up the other fire flower too early. Oh yeah, I got a mushroom. Too bad I don't have any room for it. Right now we're just going to go... There's going to be a cutscene coming up. Then we get Coops. And then after that, it's pretty much just straight to Hooktail. So this is pretty much the end of it. Tell me in the comments, guys, if you're actually enjoying this series. Like, if you want to see the rest of this game. I'm going to do a couple episodes. Oh, I almost hit no. I'm going to do a couple episodes of this simply because I love this game. And I want to give you guys a chance to see a lot of the glitches. And you really only see them at about an hour mark. After that, you start seeing a lot more glitches because you start seeing entire level skips, which I think is really cool. So I don't even think we play level 3 or 4 at all in the run, which is awesome because I hated that level. But like I said, leave a comment or just like it to see. Just let me know if you guys want to see the rest of this. Also, this right here reminds me so much of my girlfriend. Oh, you want to go off with your friends and do something you want to do? Well, too bad. I'm looking at you, Taylor. Ignore me. Bam. You suck. I don't know what she says. Koopy coo. I never really got into... What the fuck? No. That item can make or break a casual player, because if you have one of those and you're like in a desperate boss battle and you desperately need like a mushroom or a POW block, and then all you get is, say, a sleepy sheepy or something like that, something really useless, it's hilarious. Casually, I probably went through about 4 of them and never once got a damaging item or a healing item, because what comes out is completely RNG, like I said. But here we grab, not the mushroom. Why would I grab the mushroom? Whatever, I guess I have an extra mushroom now. Oh, I was supposed to grab the fire flower. That's what I was thinking. Which I bought, because I already grabbed it. My bad. This not a puzzle right here took me way too long to solve as a kid. Embarrassingly long to solve. Like, I would say at least an hour. Just like, god damn it. Oh, I got it. Just at least an hour trying to figure out why I couldn't hit both switches. I would jump on one, then walk over to the other one, and jump on that one. I actually had to go on the internet and look up how to get past it. Simply because I didn't read the tutorial when you got Koopa saying you can hold it. I felt stupid. Alright, so this is the beginning of Hooktail Castle. So I'm actually going to call it here, guys. Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like, to tell me that you guys are enjoying this series, that you want me to do more. There are a lot of really cool glitches coming up. I will definitely put up at least one more episode of this, and you guys just tell me what you think. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another exciting episode of HLwow.